In section 15-2 work together, we have two adjusting entries that we need to complete: the merchandise inventory and the interest receivable. So for merchandise inventory, we need to determine our beginning balance of inventory, and their ending amount on December 31st is given to us in the instructions. So in our unadjusted trial balance, merchandise inventory, this would be our beginning balance and our ending balance here. So we need to find the difference between the two. So we actually ended with more merchandise than we started with. So we need to actually increase merchandise inventory by this amount. So in our general journal, merchandise inventory, it had a debit balance in our unadjusted trial balance, a debit balance here, and we need to increase that. So we increase a debit with another debit, so debit merchandise inventory for that amount, and credit income summary. So that is our merchandise inventory adjustment if we end with more merchandise than we begin with. Next, we need to do our adjusting entry for interest receivable. So for notes receivable, on November 2nd, we signed a 90-day note for 8% for the very only one single note receivable. So to determine our beginning balance for that, or the principal, we could find that one notes receivable, which is the balance of notes receivable in our unadjusted trial balance. So we have 8,000 times 0.08 for 8%. And then for time, we need to determine that from November 22nd through 30th, we have 8 days. December, we have 31 days. So we will use 31 over 360. When we calculate that, we get $69.33, and that is our adjustment. In our general journal, we're going to debit interest receivable and credit interest income for that $69.33 that we calculated by taking the notes receivable times the percent times the amount of days that have passed since we signed that note. And that is section 15-2.